Okay, ladies and gentlemen, about to hit our 520 reps. We listened to a podcast by Napoleon Hill, Positive Mental Attitude, on the Resilient Mind podcast on Spotify. Let's get to it.
Are ways and means of maintaining a positive mental attitude even though you're surrounded with negative influences. The subject of a positive mental attitude is so very important that I want you to know I'm working from a script because I want this lecture to be letter perfect.
30-29
A
left.
mental attitude is a state of mind which the individual must create and maintain by methods of his own choice, through the operations of his own willpower, based on motives of his own adoption. In the printed lesson on this subject, many suggestions are offered as to practical methods by which the individual may take possession of his own mind and develop the habit of directing the mind in a positive mental attitude. There are so many people in this world who can see the hole in the donut,
29-28
but they
left.
cannot see the donut around the hole. One with a positive mental attitude sees the hole in the donut all right, but he also sees the donut around the hole. Nothing constructive worthy of man's efforts ever has been or ever will be achieved, except that which comes from a positive mental attitude based upon a definite purpose and activated by a burning desire and intensified until the burning desire is elevated to the plane of applied faith.
28-27 left.
When it comes to witches, everyone has a flock of them. When it comes to idle curiosity, everyone has a stock of it. When it comes to hopes, perhaps half of the people have hopes for unattained things or circumstances. Burning desire, only that small percentage of people who can be called successful ever feel the urge of this burning desire. Applied faith, only the leaders attain this degree of mind control, which can exist only in a positive mental
26
attitude.
left.
Prayer brings positive results only when it is expressed in a positive mental attitude. The most effective prayers are those expressed by individuals who have conditioned their minds to habitually think in terms of a positive mental attitude. For a great number of years, it was a mystery to me as to why my prayers failed more often than they succeeded. When I found out the real cause, I discovered that I was in the habit of going to prayer only when I was in difficulty, when I wanted someone to bail me out. Later on, I learned that the best way to go to prayer is to condition the mind long before an emergency arises
26-25 left.
by expressing thanks and gratitude for the blessings you already had. The vibrations of thought sent out from the individual's mind carry with them to other minds the precise state of mind in which they are released. In fact, well known to all master salesmen who have learned how to condition the minds of their prospective buyers before they meet them. Mr. W. Clement Stone has approximately
25-24 left.
2,000 salesmen. They have learned the art of conditioning the minds of their prospective buyers by long before they interview him. That's an astounding thing. But I am sure that Mr. Stone's increase from $3 million of personal wealth to over $100 million is due in the main to the fact that those salesmen have been trained to condition first their own minds to be positive, and then that vibration of their minds goes ahead and affects the minds of the prospective buyer.
24-23
No one can
left.
successfully teach the science of personal achievement while in a negative mental attitude. Underscore that one, please. No lawyer can convince a jury. No clergyman can inspire his parishioners. No speaker can hold and influence his audience without the aid of a positive mental attitude. And it has been said that the most successful doctors in all branches of therapy are those who treat their patients with with a positive mental attitude. If the doctor went into a
23, 22
with a
left.
negative mental attitude, there would be a chance on earth for him to do his patient any good. The subconscious mind of an individual can be educated to produce constructive results only when it is given instructions in a positive mental attitude. The subconscious mind responds most favorably and immediately to a burning desire backed by applied faith. Faith followed by action.
22, 21 left.
Constructive mottos are often used by people who recognize what a powerful influence one's daily environment has on the maintenance of a positive mental attitude. When I was associated with R.G. Letourneau in 1942 and 43, I wrote over 3,000 positive mottos, and here are some of them. You can do it if you believe you can. And how true that is. Whatever it is that you're tackling, whatever your problem is, you can solve it if you believe you can.
21, 20 left.
Do more than you are paid for, and soon you will be paid for more than you do. The person is worth most who requires the least amount of supervision, and how true that is. Remember, your only limitation is that which you set up in your own mind. You fix your own limitation. Nobody can fix it for you. The tone of your voice speaks louder than your words. Keep it pleasing, please. A negative mind spawns only negative ideas.
20, 19
And
left.
there's more wrapped up in that short sentence than appears on the lines. A negative mind spawns only negative ideas. A real master salesman will not, under any circumstances, approach a prospective buyer until he has first conditioned his mind to be absolutely positive. Because he knows that the prospective buyer will pick up his own vibrations
19, 18
and
left.
his own feelings and act upon them. The use made of one's time determines the space he occupies in the world. Time spent in silent thought may yield fabulous riches through the creation of sound ideas. A man is no bigger than the circumstances which he allows to worry him. Isn't that a marvelous thought?
18,
A man is
17
no
left.
bigger than the circumstances which he allows to bother him or worry him. A closed mind stumbles over the blessings of life without discovering them. When the devil wants a job well done, he picks a disgruntled person to do the job. There isn't the slightest doubt in the world about the soundness of that. The man who can get the job done without alibis is on the sure road to success.
17, 16 left.
Opportunity has the habit of getting in the way of the person with a positive mental attitude. A person with a positive mental attitude attracts opportunity, favorable opportunities, just like a magnet attracts steel filings, and indefinitely. And in reverse, a negative mental attitude repels opportunity.
16, 15 left.
Opportunity has the habit of getting in the way of the person with a positive mental attitude. Isn't that a marvelous thought? Cooperation and friendship are two assets that can be had only by first giving them. No one can get to the top and remain there without taking others with him.
15, 14 left.
Politeness begins at home, or it doesn't begin at all. It may not be your duty to return good for evil, but it is your privilege. Never guess when there is a way of knowing. When you do more than you are paid for, you put the boss on the limb.
14,
When you do
13
this,
left.
you put yourself on the limb. Faith will bridge all rivers of doubt, so one may pass over safely. A spider spinning its web has more definiteness of purpose than has most men.
14,
How
13
true
left.
that is. There is a method by which one may transmute failure into success, poverty into riches, sorrow into joy, fear into faith. The transmutation must start with a positive called success, riches, and faith do not make bedfellows with a negative mental attitude.
13, 12.
The transmutation procedure is simple. First, when failure overtakes you, start thinking of it as if it had been a success. Start imaging the circumstances of the failure in your own imagination as
12,
being a
11, 11.
success. Start also looking for the seed of an equivalent benefit which seems comes with every failure. While the wounds of disappointment and failure are wide open, it's very difficult for one to start looking for that seed of an equivalent or a greater benefit.
11, 10, 11.
But if you allow a little time to elapse after any type of adversity and then begin to search, you'll find that seed of an equivalent benefit. It never fails. It's always there. Because the Creator has so constructed man that he never allows anything to be taken away from anybody without something of
All right, we got 4 sets of 25 left. Let's get straight to it.
equal or greater benefit being available to that person. Although the person may never discover it, the potential is there just the same. When poverty threatens to catch up with you, or has actually caught up, start thinking of it as riches, and visualize the riches and all the things that you wish to do with actual riches. Also, start looking for the seed of an equivalent benefit.
25, 75 left.
When fear overtakes you, just remember that fear is only faith in reverse gear. Isn't that an enormous thought? Fear is only faith in reverse gear. And start thinking in terms of faith by seeing yourself translating faith into whatever circumstance or things you desire. When sorrow overtakes you, start expressing yourself in terms
50,
of joy.
50 left.
Perhaps by singing or giving thanks for your power to convert sorrow into joy. Act out these positive parts and they will become real. Is that an astounding thought? Of course, when you start acting joyously when the people around you know that your heart is burdened with sorrow, you may seem ridiculous, but never mind what the other fellow thinks. It's what you think that counts.
75, 25 left.
I have been criticized by some who didn't understand the nature of my 10 invisible guides. But the reply is that they serve me perfectly. They allow me to say to the world that I have everything upon the face of this earth that I need or desire or want. And if I need more, all I have to do is to reach out my hand and get it and close my hand on it. So,
Ladies and gentlemen, 520 person style push-up routine, day 29. My name is D-Rex. Welcome to Rich Before Gaming. And I will catch you next time, and I'm out. Peace.